man, would you look at that decal.
About to use nuts. And today's video is brought to you by.
Welcome back to the FE32 presented by Fiberglass. Today we're making our first Ford carbon fiber body panels.
If you want to help support what we're doing, head on over to industrygarage.com and buy yourself some fresh, crispy merch.
Ooh.
All right, let's get back to the main episode.
Okay, so today we're going to be laying up the driver's side lower quarter mold. We're going to be doing this a hand layup method, but we have a little trick to it that we've been working out. This is our third part that we've tried this way now. One was a failure, one was a success, so this will be the determining factor if you should do this or not. So, so what we did on this, I actually only recorded it on this mold, which was the failure part. But it's the same thing that we did on this. We prepped it just the same, PVA, wax, all that good stuff. And then we laid a heavy coat of the Fiberglass 180 clear gel coat. That's just like a clear polyester gel coat that you lay down first, it'll get the perfect mold shape. But another thing that does is if we let it sit for maybe 30, 45 minutes, because it's super hot in here, it'll tack up enough that you can lay the carbon down on it, which is a little trickier because it's super tacky. You can't lay it into a loose mold and like slide it around. So you have to lay it perfectly the first shot. But if you can do that, your carbon will stick to it and adhere to all the corners, even if it's kind of complex. Like I got this 90-degree turn right here and all these little bits all perfectly laid through. So right now the carbon is sticking to the actual gel coat. And what we did is we let that dry overnight. So it went from tacky to almost fully cured now. And what we're gonna do from here, well, you can still see it's still a little sticky where the residue was from the flange that we don't have any carbon on yet. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use the System 2000 with the 2060 hardener, 60-minute pot life. And we're gonna lay in resin on top of this, make sure we resin it all the way throughout to the gel coat layer underneath. And then we're gonna lay 3 more layers of 3K carbon from fiberglass and just let it air dry just like this. For the functionality of this part, 4 layers is gonna be super stiff. It's probably gonna be a little resin rich, which will make it a little bit more brittle than flexible. But that's, for this part, for this body, it's completely fine. We're gonna be a little bit more sturdy than we need, actually.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, yeah.
On to the failed piece.
Remember, this Saturday, right here, 10:30 to 3 p.m., rain or shine, nice and beautiful today. We're gonna have all of these cars moved, even though this Brad is sick. We're gonna have this entire lot open for everybody, so come on by, bring your project, bring your friend's project, bring your friends, whatever. We're not actually gonna have any food here, so if you're gonna be hungry between that time, maybe bring a snack, bring us something, you know, maybe come by, see us Saturday. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
There it is. The strut's rusting its ass off too.
This is new. This your new project car?
No.
Oi, Mike.
Rats are actually cool, but
Got the joystick seats.
I haven't watched Baja videos lately.
yeah.
It makes me want to build something.
The Baja trucks
Yeah,
are
Baja
the shit.
MR2. Ooh, Baja MR2. Now I'm talking.
Damn. Yeah, that would be fun.
Great.
Make sure you guys remember, stick to the time frame given on the product.
Exactly. They got instructions right on the back.
Get the basket.
Boop.
Right.
Another plus.
The musket? What is that
It's
for?
a long story. I'm actually not even 100% sure. Ryan.
King's the movie.
Get off the car.
You got a Benz, I got a busket.
Busket? Get a busket.
No. Oh.
I'll give you $500 for that busket. Put the bottle in the busket, the rag in the busket. You see you in the streets again with a busket, I'm gonna f***ing shoot you.
Ryan introduced me to the saying, and now I keep saying it. Another plus of this is you don't have to super glue the hairs into your crap brushes to avoid hairs. Hashtag no hairs, guys. Deathstroke, where you at? Because we're laying the first layer of resin with these brushes through the back of it. So there's no chance of a hair getting through the carbon and being seen from the outside. So if you do get a stray hair chilling in here somewhere, it'll be inside your layers and it will not matter. It'll make it stronger, actually. So we're just wetting it out, and we're gonna start laying more carbon on it. 3 more layers. We're good to go. Just a little tap, you gotta be nice. Be respectful. It's 2022. Really feels like arts and crafts when you get your hands really dirty, you know? Get them in there.
Finger painting.
Let's do this layer next. You wanna take that back? Okay. Bring on the resin. Layer 2. Initiate. Dude, we're so gloopy right now. That's what I was thinking in my head, but that's definitely not a picture.
Coming in.
All right.
Yeah. Get them scrapes.
Scrapes.
This is the power
scrapes.
of wireless microphones. You can get away with anything.
Murder, even.
Possibly. It's crazy out here in these streets, y'all.
You know what I just realized? It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Get them sweets. As we narrate this situation from afar, we have Ryan here coming in hot with a couple strokes of the brush. Getting real gloopy. Dude, my friend put me in the booth the other day, as I call it, his studio recording booth. I was recording ad-libs. I just kept saying, ooh-wee. Boy, was that
Ready,
fun.
Mr. Poopy Butthole?
Yep. With a little razzle-dazzle of my own flavor on it.
Yeah.
Coming in hot, going to interview carbon fiber wizard Timothy. See what he has in store for us.
Buongiorno.
So Timothy, how did you learn how to get your stroke like this? A lot of practicing in the house?
Oh,
With some
absolutely.
golf clubs?
Close.
Haha.
Nope.
You
Don't-
freaky
don't use
boys
those
thought I was
clothes.
going somewhere else with that question. No way, Jose. It is so hot right now. I feel the sweat dripping down from my elbows.
You're sweating right now?
I'm profusively sweating.
I mean, you are wearing long pants.
Yeah.
But-
I woke up early this morning and it was pretty nice outside.
It was actually kind of nice.
I was like, let's give it sweatpants. 10:30, well, what was it, 9 o'clock? I left my house. I was like, damn, that was not a great idea. I already knew I was entering trouble for the day.
Yeah, I realized like by the time I was leaving to come here that it was super hot out because whenever the sun's really beaming, my one boy dog Dotson just chills outside on the deck. So handsome.
Oh, so
And just
that's
sunbathes. He was out there just like, I'm like, okay.
That's real smooth and precise.
Yeah, you know, just get in here,
Let's get in here.
feel it out, do a little, you know, squeege.
This is a whole new world I just entered.
Use the squeegee that God gave you with your hands.
I have entered into the world of 2 cameras and 2 microphones. I don't know
Bluetooth.
how to act right now.
Bluetooth microphones.
Yeah,
What isn't going on? We ain't got cords here.
look at that. That's crazy. Hopefully it ain't overheating over there, but
Yeah, you never know.
it definitely gave me
We might not be recording right now.
it definitely gave me a warning with the other battery, but I
Dude,
changed it.
you got so much. That rig is ridiculous. I mean, it's awesome, but it's ridiculous. You got a secondary monitor, a battery that's bigger than the body of the camera itself.
Hey, we ain't dying out here no more, boys.
I'm dying in this country ass pollen. I can't see.
So I guess the next step is what, you gonna throw it in a vacuum bag?
We're gonna let this just air dry like this. The reason we're not vacuum bagging this one is because I already made one of these parts like this and it came out good.
Dang, son. You know you got a rip in that glove.
Yeah, I know.
That glove is filled with resin.
Rip, literally. RIP to my finger. Got to be sticky as hell. I love going places, you know, in public, looking like a homeless person, maybe like a leper. I got like a bunch of like spots all over me.
You can't even answer the phone. You gotta
My
use your
wife
nose.
is calling me, probably about lunch.
What we eating today, babe?
Oh, I brought lunch.
Yeah.
Made some slappy slamming yesterday.
The salmon ain't slapping. I don't want it.
Cool. Well, we're pretty much done with this. I'm just gonna let this air dry, and throughout the day, I'm just gonna check it with some gloves. Just maybe we'll get impatient, just use my actual fingers. Got some schmutz.
Dang, my man got that dang buffalo.
Zesty. Dude, I got like sauces from everywhere. Just collect them in the fridge.
I feel like every man does that. Dude, my dad used to have like a big pile of just Chick-fil-A sauce, Polynesian sauce, random sweet and sour sauce from years ago. Like I had to clean the fridge out. I'm like, why is this in
You
here?
don't put dates on them too, so you're always, chicken big.
What kind of food is this, you say? Is this salmon?
Slimin'?
Slammin' salmon.
Slimin' salmon and broccoli?
Damn.
Silky sparkle? What a dog.
The sneaky pets. Like, pet me even though you're eating. I don't care.
I got a melty and juicy bacon cheeseburger. Melty, juicy.
Damn, it really is juicy. That's ain't a little drippage.
Yeah, it's real drippy.
Dripping grease.
Good for the arts.
Grease.
I applaud you for still going to BK. After hearing Greg's story on how it messed his stomach up.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't bring the noodles.
Unless you got something fancy.
Chef Bobby D's. Bobby D's nuts.
Petty.
Okay, so onto the rear mold, which we tested a bunch of stuff out and failed. We tried 2 separate methods. On this side, we did the same method that we were doing with the gel coat and sticking it down on this side. Ran into issues around laying it up around the vents though. So, and on this side, we tried the System 2000 with the 2020 hardener and just wet laying it up, which gives you a little bit more forgiveness around things like this. The carbon doesn't stick to it and want to hold right away. But we ran into a couple air bubble issues on that. So what we're gonna do next time, now that we've learned from all these failures, is we're going to wet layup the entire thing and then vacuum bag it. It's kind of an awkward shape to vacuum bag. It does have flanges all around it though, so we could pleat it. So we'll see how we go with that side, but we definitely learned what to do when it comes to this mold in general. We had some air bubbles.
How many layers was this?
This is just a single layer,
Okay,
which
so
is why
it's
it's
just a
so
test layer?
flimsy. Yeah,
Okay.
single layer of 3K. You can cut this with the scissors I did
Caesars.
just for fun. But yeah, so that's what we learned on this one. We're gonna go ahead and lay this up in the next episode though, because we ran out of the 180 gel coat. So we have a shipment of that coming in later this week. So, like I mentioned, we've already made one of these parts. I did a little test boy. Same exact method of construction. It is a layer of gel coat, suck the carbon down, let it fully cure on it for 24 hours, same way. So we know it works. We have a first panel and second panel, hopefully, if this one turns out. We'll throw in B-roll right now of tomorrow, now that we're back from the future. What else did we do this past, 2 weeks?
What is this egg sack you have on the top
Egg
of your-
sack.
Dude, that definitely looks like the outer layer of an egg sack. Or an eggshell.
Yeah.
You peel off the hard part.
So we have 2 halves of the roof mold. There it is.
Talk
Since we're
about
doing a lot of hand layup now, which is mainly because I need to work out the baking process and stuff like that for those molds.
I was just about to say, you did a really good technique with problem solving that people may overlook. Is sometimes the best thing to do is do what you know.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
this technique you've done multiple times before, and especially when you're on a time crunch.
Crunch.
Yeah, literally crunch.
Yeah.
You want to get things done in a timely manner to get to a major event that we're trying to get to. So
Yeah.
I tip my cap.
Thank you. And actually on these, I did a kind of neat little trick that I came up with myself. So we did the same thing like usual. I flanged it in the middle out of a single sheet of aluminum, which took a long time making that exact template. Made the first side, and then when I was making the second side, I learned that it's very tricky to get the fiberglass or carbon. I used carbon and fiberglass on this one actually, because I didn't have any of the thicker fiberglass left. But on all of the small details and corners, which are really hard to lay in perfectly, I laid in a layer of body filler. And actually on the other side I used some fiberglass filler, but lay in some body filler. It'll fill in the back of the detail or small detail in the mold that you want to fix, or that you want to support. And then lay the thicker layer of carbon fiber or fiberglass on top of that. And then just continue on normally with your other 3 or 4 layers of fiberglass or carbon fiber, whatever type of mold you're making. And that will keep it from having any small air bubbles in these tight details, especially around the, what is that called? Intake? That's an intake. Around the intake, underneath it, there's a big cavity. It would have been almost impossible to get this really stiff fiberglass to conform in there. So we're looking good. We're gonna go ahead and make these 2 rear pieces and the rear section next. And while I'm kind of doing that, we're gonna go over and make more molds of the front end. So a little back and forth, making some carbon parts and making molds as we go. And then once we have all the mold pieces, we can glue them all together and we'll have a carbon fiber version of this body. And once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and cut the roof off this thing, make a headliner, make an interior, make a dash, go ahead and make a floor, flip it over, a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Icy. Ooh. Mm. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, that's my ad-lib, bruh. Ooh.